She was like almost clinical narcissist level, like, very controlling, moved me down to Alabama and kind of cut me loose. Like, okay, the marriage went so badly, I found out secondhand about the divorce. It's true. The marriage went so badly, it caused damage to public property. Like, I mean that in the sense that, if you go down to the grotto area of Big Spring Park, just to the right of the pump house, there's 2 benches there, and the left bench is a whole lot more worn than the right bench. That's because some idiot was sleeping on that for 2 months last year. For the rest of you, some specific idiot who's performing for you on stage right now was sleeping on a bench at Big Spring Park at the end of this marriage.
Here, we have got a good show tonight. I'm going to bring up our first act. He's like Huntsville's #1 homeless comic, right? Yeah. Joel Elliott, ladies and gentlemen.
My goodness, thank you so much. Yes, you may have seen me at places like the Sports Page, Maggie Myers Irish Pub, the bench in front of the courthouse. I'm Joel Elliott. I am Huntsville, Alabama's #1 homeless comedian. I'm going through a divorce, just like me, only. Yes, clap for that. Only she took everything. All of my possessions are in a backpack. I live on the streets. It's just true, but it's not that bad. We're really making the most of it. I mean, I started calling myself the #1 homeless comedian because all the other comics hadn't lost their housing yet. But if the entertainment industry is what I remember it to be, that they keep pursuing their dreams, they're going to be right where I am. I've got a reserve sticker on the park benches next to me for some of these guys. But the first thing, actually, I was doing the open mic at the Sports Page, and the guy that runs the Knoxville scene, Matt Ward, was there. And after my set, he said to the crowd, I dare any one of you to give this guy a place to live just to ruin his setup. I thought that was pretty quick. Nobody did, though. Nobody did. First thing I noticed when I became a homeless person is that there's lowered standards for homeless people. Like, people have actually looked me in the eye and said to me, you're a homeless guy? Wow, you don't smell bad. You're an amazing person. Dude, I also write, I'm published on the Rocket Wrangler and I do stage shows and stuff. Like, the smell, that's it. That's, like that. So, I'm getting off easy, I don't even have to be a nice person. I just have to not smell bad. People think that I'm amazing. But there are upsides. There are upsides to homelessness. Can I get a show of hands? Who lives in an apartment? Anybody? I feel so sorry for you. So sorry for you. When you get home, sometimes you close the door, you look around, and you're like, man, I wish this place was bigger. Try homelessness. You never have that problem. It is wide open spaces. It's like a county-wide cocktail party, like the whole county, because the homelessness, we're a small community. We all kind of know each other. You hardly ever see anybody, but when you do see them, it's like, oh, hey, why don't we sit down and hang out for a while? I mean, really, it's like we're all circulating through a county-wide cocktail party. But the thing is, when our conversations end, they don't end like real people conversations. Well, homeless people are real people too. But they don't end like real people conversations. My friend Benderman, he comes by and hangs out on occasion, and no joke, at the end of a 45-minute conversation, he actually stood up and he said to me, well, I'm going to go sit down on that bench over there. That's how we end our conversation. That's how we end our conversation.
It was a weird thing because at the time, I had an entertainment background and I was doing comedy while I was then sleeping on benches. I was street homeless and doing comedy. I was doing comedy about homelessness. Yeah, chickens crossing roads isn't funny. I know. 500,000 Americans experience it on any given night, but it turns out that if you look at everything, even the darkest things, in the right perspective, you can find humor there.
So I have not just homeless friends and schizophrenic friends. I have real people friends too. Homeless people are real people too. But I have indoorsy friends. Some of the indoorsy friends are here tonight. It's wonderful. And I feel sometimes like they have to edit themselves, or like that they think that they have to edit themselves around me. Like I'm going to lay the homeless card on them or something. They're going to be telling a story like, oh, I was taking a nap and there was a spider on me and it was gross. I'm afraid that they fear I'm going to come back with I was sleeping the other day and there was this rat sitting on my chest and he was making eye contact with me and it looked like he was thinking, what's in the backpack, man? I'm not going to do that to you. I'm not going to. That She's like, I'm calling from Direct Buy. And I'm like, oh, okay. And she goes, are you driving right now? Honest to God, I said to her, no, I'm on a bike because I'm a homeless man. And it threw her off her game so much. How much? It threw her off her game so much. Because she's working off a script. She's got nothing for just calling a homeless dude, you know? Like, just flipping pages. And I just don't know what to... So she starts going like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I find myself in a position of like, I'm consoling her for the fact that I am homeless. And it's like, I'm pretty sure she's got a home. You know, like, I shouldn't have to. And so, like, it went on kind of awkward for a minute, and then she hung up. She was like, well, click. If you accidentally call a homeless dude, it's lonely out there. Say goodbye. Don't just randomly, hang up on the guy. That is not, that's not cool. Okay, so I was reading the Valley Planet, and I was reading my horoscope, and I think you guys are going to be amazed at how accurate this is. I don't fall into astrology or anything like that, but this is the most accurate horoscope I've ever, keeping in mind that I'm a street homeless person. For Capricorn, so far, 53 toys have been inducted into the Toy Hall of Fame. They include crayons, the jump rope, Mr. Potato Head, the yo-yo, the rubber ducky, and dominoes. My favorite inductee, and the toy that is symbolically useful to you right now, is the plain old cardboard box. It freaked me out when I read this. Of all worth playing things, it is perhaps the one that requires and activates the most imagination. It can become a fort, a spaceship, a washing machine. I need one of those. A cave, a submarine, and many other exotic things. I think you need to be around influences akin to the cardboard box, because they are likely to unleash your dormant creativity. Really, I'm emailing Jill Wood today because that was freaky. Okay, so you guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. Thank you for coming out to Tim's Cajun Kitchen. We've got a lot of comedians coming up, so stick around and enjoy it. They are absolutely going to make you laugh. The only question is, how much?
It's a weird thing because now that I am on my feet, people are still like, "Yeah, do you remember when Joel was homeless and doing comedy? That was really fun." Like I really miss homeless comedy Joel. Like where's homeless Joel? And don't get me wrong, like I don't manage my finances that well. It's not out of the realm of possibilities. I just don't think it's going to be as charming the second time around.
Speaking of reasons why I drink, are you ready for your first comedian? Please put your hands together, everybody, for the one, the only, the Joel Elliott.
The one, the only. Thank God, am I right? For those of you who know me, that's a really funny joke. Again, for those of you who know me, I'm sorry. My name is Joel Elliott. This is Kiki. Hi, Maggie Myers.
Hi.
Say hi to Kiki.
Hi, Kiki.
Thank you for humoring a clearly mentally ill individual. My name is Joel Elliott. You can follow me on social media because that's where we live these days. It's 2016. Does anybody care if I start with a song? Does anybody care about the show at all? Anyone at all? Anyone care that we're doing shows for you tonight? Okay, there's this social thing that people do when they want to validate a performer, and it's they smack their hands together a whole lot real fast. Can you do that for me once, Maggie? The guitar isn't mic'd, and you'll thank me for that. I drove for 3 days down one street, radio on, playing the big fleets. Used to be a San Nuevo, used to be Nacho, used to be EPA, I don't care. Are you done? I was doing a cover of a Frank Black song. Frank Black was the guy who was like the creative force in the Pixies. You guys remember the Pixies? Woo! Anybody? My God, you guys are asleep tonight. I don't even know I'm here. No, I know why I'm here. It's because I have an announcement to make. Is everybody's here? We're with us? I have an announcement to make, guys. As of the Ides of March this year, March 15th, as of March 15th, I am now a professional entertainer. This is what I do. This is what I do, guys. Yeah. I got shit canned from my job. Yeah, I have no income right now. None at all. I'm a professional entertainer. I was a professional entertainer from 1998 to 2006. And now I'm back. And it feels so good. It feels so good to busk downtown for tips. It feels so good to own 2 failing businesses. I forgot to tell you, I'm also an entrepreneur. I'm the controlling partner in a Twitter consulting firm called Elliott, Wills, and West. Honestly, I wish this was a joke. This is just my life right now. I'm a managing partner in Elliott, Wills, and West. Joel Elliott is me. I'm first on the door. Then Jerry Wills, he was former host of the morning show on 1280 AM WHDR, your hometown favorite that's in Pennsylvania. These are not jokes, these are facts. Jerry Wills hosted the yard sale, the old school saloon. God, some other things. He did the evenings doing the Orioles games, and then he did the morning show. When the morning show guy got called for the National Guard after September 11th, I don't know what we're laughing at, really. Jerry Wills is one of the partners, and Jerry West, he worked on 98 YCR. He was the host of the York Top 30 Countdown for a while. We're all going into business together. These are all me. These are all people that I invented years ago. That's what they're laughing at. They were anticipating the fact that I was going to let you guys know that Jerry Wills was who I was when I was on the AM, and Jerry West was who I was on the FM when I was in radio broadcasting. Now that I have no job and I'm stuck in Huntsville, Alabama with no one in my life because I came here from an abusive marriage who cut me off from everything and put me in jail, and I have no one. Now that that's the case, I've started a business with me and 2 of the personalities that I invented as a radio personality. Here's the kicker, guys. These guys know this, you guys don't. I am severely mentally ill. Like, I don't have split personalities, and I'm not schizophrenic. But I am of that level, I'm as ill as a schizophrenic would be, just in a different neighborhood. We can talk about it another time. Let's not get too personal. But yeah, no, I have a personality disorder. That's why I'm able to create other people. And those other people that I've created have gone into business with me because I have no income right now. So it's like I'm keeping an eye on that situation, is what I'm saying. We'll get some treatment if it gets too bad. But I honestly, I'm starting to create more people. Like I said, I have 2 failing businesses. I have the Twitter consulting firm, which is a real, I have salespeople, I'm getting clients, that's a thing. I'm an entrepreneur now. Can't even pronounce entrepreneur because I'm so upset because I have no income. But yeah, no, my other failing business is a production company called Second 42 Productions. We make 42-second films. That's a whole thing that's still developing. But I have people working for that. There's a dude named Tony that's a production assistant for Second 42 Productions. He doesn't do shit. He doesn't do shit. All the time I'm like, Tony, where's the coffee? He doesn't bring the coffee. I don't know why we even pay him. Probably because he doesn't exist. But so if you were ever curious about, who's this Joel Elliott fellow? I came here October 1st, 2013. I was married then. About a week later, she knocked my teeth out. And I was like, you know what? I think it's time to leave this relationship. And I drove through Tennessee, and then, we texted, and a lot of I love you stuff, and hashtag why I stayed. And I came back, because I'm stupid. And I stayed in the abusive marriage long enough for her to, put me away for a minute. And I came out, with the clothes on my back and a copy of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and I started my life over in Huntsville, Alabama. And then I became a content marketing coordinator, and I really got my life turned around. Now I'm a professional entertainer, and I'm terrified. Because here we go, we're starting over again, Huntsville! Like I said, in a comedy set at Clockwork Comedy, which you can see at Low Mill, I'm not really great with my finances, so, you know, I might end up homeless again, and I don't think it's going to be as charming the second time around. But, yeah, we're going to avoid that at all costs. And next time, I promise I'll be funny. Maggie Myers, you've been great. I, on the other hand, am simply failing in public.
One more time for Joel Elliott, everybody. That was a great trip down misery lane.
Misery there.
Joel Elliott.